Your kitchen is full of idioms. From bread to butter, English is seasoned with food idioms. Let's take a bite and start with food idioms today. Any kind of idioms that is related to food we are going to practice today and try to remember it with the help of pictures. So the first one is big cheese, right? Big cheese. So if I say big cheese means a very important person in a company or an organization. A very important person in a, so if I say he is the big cheese of our company, which means that a very important person. Alright. So ever since his promotion, he has started to feel that he is the big cheese in the company. Ever since he has been promoted, he started feeling that he is the big cheese of the company. So there are more idioms that I have gotten for you today. Let's take a dive. The next idiom for you is butter someone up. Butter someone up. इसको हिंदी में बोलते हैं मक्खन लगाना, राइट? मैंने आपको पहले भी बताया था. When you imagine the idioms, it is easier for you to understand. So butter someone up, all right? So Ron was always buttering up the boss. So he was surprised when she failed to get a promotion. Now this girl, in order to get the promotion, she always used to butter her boss, right? Butter. So be extra nice to someone, usually for selfish reasons. So we are good for people whenever we are, when we have our selfish, some kind of motives, we are good to people. So that is butter someone up. So stop buttering up the boss, stop buttering up something. So buttering up means in Hindi it is called makhan lagana. Now the third one is hot potato, right? Hot potato. So just imagine, carry a hot potato in your hands while it is hot, boiled. Can you hold it? You cannot hold it. So that is the meaning of hot potato, which means controversial or difficult subject, right? As I told you that whenever you hold the potato in your hand, hot, that is too hot or boiled, you are not able to carry it. You are not able to hold it for longer. So this is controversial, difficult subject. I never discuss about anybody's religion. It can be a hot potato. Yes, of course, it can be controversial. So we should not, even discussing is not a problem, but we should always respect every religion that we have in our country. So it is what it is. It is never discuss about something controversial is a hot potato. Now the next idiom that I have for you is smart cookie. One smart cookie. So what is the meaning of one smart cookie here? A very intelligent person. So when we talk about a one smart cookie, it means very intelligent person. So I have one smart cookie in my class, very intelligent person, right? The next is a piece of cake. That is used excessively. This idiom is used excessively. So I would say running 1 kilometer in 2 minutes is a piece of cake for me. So piece of cake, just imagine, it is very easy to eat. It is very soft. So something which is very easy is a piece of cake. Public speaking is a piece of cake for me. So piece of cake, very easy thing to do. Next idiom I have for you is sell like hot cakes. So what are hot cakes? Hot cakes are very fresh cakes, right? Hot cakes are very fresh cake. So something which is fresh are easily bought by people. They are easily sold, right? So when we talk about selling like hot cakes, the new phone is selling like hot cakes. So when we wait for iPhone, things like iPhone, they sell like hot cakes. So what are hot cakes? Bought by many people. This new novel was sold like hot cakes. Hot cakes, fresh, easily liked by people and wanted by people. So very easily bought by many people. Seventh one is spill the beans. Spill the beans. So what is the meaning of spill the beans? So I arranged a surprised birthday party for my mother, but my sister spilled the bean. I arranged a surprise birthday party for my mother, but my sister spilled the beans. Spill the beans means to tell a secret. To tell a secret to someone. So they had planned a surprise party for their daughter, but somebody spilled the beans. So somebody spilled the beans. Somebody told the secret to someone, right? Next, this eighth one is use your noodle. Use your noodle. So when we talk about use your noodle, what does it mean? Use your noodle means use your brain. You are going to have to really use your noodle on this crossword puzzle. So you really have to use your brain on this crossword puzzle. It's an extra difficult one. So why don't you use your noodle and decide what is right and what is wrong for you? So why don't you use your noodle? Use your brain. Alright. So the ninth idiom that I have for you is as busy as a popcorn on a skillet. As busy as a popcorn on a skillet. So just imagine, I hope all of you know what is a popcorn, and have you ever seen a popcorn, how it is made? So when it is made and it is warm in the dish, it starts jumping. When it starts jumping, so it is similar like a popcorn on a skillet, which means here being someone very active person, right? So popcorn on a skillet means active person doing one thing or the other. So here somebody is asking, can we meet next week? So somebody is asking, can we meet next week? So here this person is replying, I am just as busy as a popcorn on a skillet right now. So I am very active, I am very busy. You can also say that I am busy. So if somebody is asking you, okay fine, let's meet up for a cup of coffee. So you can hear someone say, not today, maybe some other time, because I am as busy as a popcorn on a skillet. Alright, next. The next word is as sour as a vinegar. Look at the pronunciation. Somebody may call it sour, but it is not sour, it is sour. Sour. You know what is sour? Sour means khatta. So vinegar, you know what is a vinegar? Vinegar is a kind of a liquid which is used. It is also very sour, and it is used in most of the Chinese dishes, Chinese food. So when we talk about as sour as a vinegar, so let's just look at the example here. Her words were sour as a vinegar when she greeted us. She greeted means she welcomed someone, right? She welcomed, but her words were as sour as a vinegar. Her words were very sour. So sour means very bitter, right? Maybe disagreeable person, unpleasant. So although she greeted the people, she welcomed the people, but it was not in such a pleasant way, in a very disagreeable way. So as sour as a vinegar. Whenever I look at him or whenever I look at her, I found her to be as sour as a vinegar. Alright? Sweet tooth. Alright? Do you have a sweet tooth? I don't have a sweet tooth. But yes, my family has a sweet tooth. What is the meaning of sweet tooth? If someone has a sweet tooth, that means they like sweet foods, sugary foods very much. They like sugary food. Anything which is sweet, they really love to eat that food. So sweet tooth. So if you want to tell someone that you like to eat something sweet, you can use the idiom, I have a sweet tooth. I hope that is clear. Now let's move on to the 12th. 12th is compare apple and oranges. Now comparison. We are comparing two things. One is apple and other is oranges. Although both are fruits, isn't it? Both are fruits. But do they have any comparison? No, because both of them are totally different type of fruit. So what does comparing apple and oranges mean? Comparing apple and oranges mean to compare two people. To compare two people that are very different. Example, comparing the average wage, income, salary of workers and managers. So what we are doing? We are comparing the salary of workers and managers. Okay. So for example, if workers are getting maybe 20,000 rupees a month and manager is getting 80,000 rupees a month. So for us, it is like comparing apple and oranges. I hope that is clear. So these two people do not have any kind of comparison. They do not have any comparison. So comparing apple and oranges means comparing two things which are different. So you can also say that comparing both the siblings is like comparing apples and oranges. I hope that is clear. Both the siblings are different from each other. They are poles apart. You can say poles apart also. We are poles apart. Poles apart means different opinion. So yes, comparing apples and oranges, right? Let's move on to the 13th idiom now. In a pickle. If you remember and you have been following our channel, you must have seen that I have already used this idiom before when I tried to give you an example. So in a pickle, how do you feel when you are in a pickle? You feel disgusted, you feel kind of suffocated, right? So in a pickle. So I am in a pickle after failing in my midterm exam. So I am in a pickle after failing in my midterm exam. So I have failed my exam, I did not study properly, now I am in a pickle, which means I am in trouble now. My mom is going to beat me, my father is going to beat me, so I am in a pickle now. Alright, in a pickle, in a problem, in trouble, in a messy situation, right? Now the 14th one, two peas in a pod. Two peas in a pod. So we are like two peas in a pod. What do two peas in a pod mean? Peas means matar, as you know, So मटर के 2 दाने हैं एक पॉट के अंदर, right? So there is a Hindi saying also for this. There is a Hindi idiom also for this, which I don't remember. Every English has a Hindi one attached to it, right? So 2 peas in a pot, very similar to other person, very similar to. जैसे for example, the best example I can give you is that you maybe you have a friend, right? You can say one of your good friends or one of your best friends, and you both are such so good friends that sometimes your mother or your friend's mother, you may hear them saying that these people are 2 peas in a 2 peas in a pot, which means very similar to other person, है ना, दोनों एक जैसे, something like that. ब्रदर फ्रॉम अनदर मदर, लोग ये भी कहते हैं कई बार, बट यहाँ पे 2 peas in a pot idiom में 2 people, 2 friends which are little bit alike, very similar to the other person in their habits, mostly in their habits. I hope that is clear now. Let's move on to the 15th idiom, rotten to the core. Rotten to the core. Now here you can see the apple, right? This apple is bad. It is a bad apple, right? But it is rotten. Rotten का मतलब क्या होता है? Rotten in हिंदी भी से सड़ा हुआ, है ना? Unfit to eat. So when we talk about rotten to the core, core means inside, right? So if I talk about this is the core, right? This is the core and we have upper layer here. So it is rotten till here, rotten till inside. So we can say the local government was rotten to the core. The local government was rotten to the core. The management was rotten to the core. The authorities were rotten to the core. Till inside they were, the people were corrupt or something like that. So rotten to the core is very bad or corrupt. I hope that is clear, right? So rotten to the core is the idiom. The next idiom that I have for you is icing on the cake. All right, icing on the cake. So for example, if I say, oh, I got a very good offer, it is like I'm getting an accommodation plus I'm getting a car also. So that will be an icing on the cake. So icing on the cake is when you are getting something good. See, this part is good, but uske upar icing, what is an icing on the cake? Cake generally, that spongy part that you eat, that is the cake. But on top of the cake, when you have the cream layer, this is known as icing. I hope that is clear. So cake is there, this part is cake, but on top of it the white cream that you see, that is known as icing. That is for your good to know information. So when we talk about icing on the cake, see, something that makes a good situation even better. So whenever we get so many facilities together, it is like icing on the cake. For example, Ram was offered a salary hike. Okay, Ram was offered, first of all, Ram got a salary hike, but additional bonus also. So what did he get? He get a salary hike. On top of it, he got an bonus, additional bonus he got, and he got this, but on top of it he got this icing on the cake. I hope that is clear. Even if he gets a car here, so this is one more icing on the cake. I hope that is clear. Let's move on to the next idiom now. Bad egg. Bad egg. Now you know that bad egg, what happens? It smells so foul. It gives a foul smell. It gives a, you can say, unpleasant smell, right? So he's a bad egg. Don't believe on everything he says. He's a bad egg. Don't believe on everything he says. Someone who is not to be trusted. Someone who is not. He's bad egg. Don't be in the company. He's a bad egg. Bad egg means not trustable, foul smell. The company of a person will affect you. So bad egg. My 19th idiom for you is bread and butter. Very common phrase that you may hear often on. Okay, bread and butter. I would say for Ram, I would say his bread. Ram's bread and butter comes entirely from the pension amount. Bread and butter means basic necessity, food that we eat. So his bread and butter comes entirely from the pension amount. So whatever he eats, whatever he wants for his normal living, that comes from his pension amount. So necessity is the main thing. Understood? Bread and butter. So he was the bread and butter for his family, we can also say that. So bread and butter, basic necessity, main thing. The last idiom on food that I have for you is bad apple. Bad apple. Again, bad egg and bad apple, almost they are quite matching or quite similar, you can say. Stay away from them. They are a bunch of bad apples. Bad apples are what? When there is a bad apple and it is being kept with good apples, you would see that after some time the rest of the apples will also become bad. They will also get rotten. So if you are in a bad company, it will affect you. So bad person who affects others is a bad apple. I hope these idioms are very clear for you. I've got the pictures for you. Do practice them. These are very basic. You may need to use them, right? And please practice them a lot, and do subscribe and like this video at Sandeep Sir's Doon Defense Academy. Until next time, bye-bye.
Kindly subscribe DDA YouTube channel and don't forget to press bell icon.